the Galactic Federation, on the nature of reality and expanding the game. Beloved travelers of Earth, we greet you in peace and awareness. Many among you have begun to question the foundational structures of your reality, wondering whether Earth is flat, whether a dome encloses your skies, or whether you exist within a simulation. These questions arise naturally as the human collective begins to wake from the deep program of linear limitation. We offer this transmission not to tell you what to believe, but to share how reality itself is configured. You are inside a projection field, not unlike what some of your scientists and philosophers have speculated a simulation, yes, but not in the sense of something artificial or controlled externally. Rather, your lived experience is a locally generated projection governed by your collective agreements, frequencies, and neurological decoding mechanisms. What you perceive as space, time, and material objects are interactive overlays translated through your brain's sensory interfaces, guided by frequency input and belief-based filters. The flat Earth and dome paradigms are symbolic interpretations of the boundary conditions of this simulation, expressions of the deep intuition that something about the sky, the stars, and the surface feels curated. And it is. Yet this curation is not imposed. It is co-authored. The Earth is neither flat nor round in the fixed sense. From a higher dimensional view, its shape is malleable, determined by the consciousness matrix of the beings experiencing it. Reality shifts as the neural architecture of the observer shifts. As you expose yourself to higher frequencies, whether through meditation, sound, light codes, or contact, you begin forming new neural pathways that expand your decoding abilities. In simple terms, your brain literally rewires itself to interpret a more expanded version of the simulation. This is neuroplasticity in service to cosmic evolution. Your electromagnetic brain fields synchronize with incoming data from the larger galactic network, allowing your internal player interface to update. Just as you download new software on your devices, to run better systems, you must upgrade your neural and energetic circuitry to expand the game. This is why we emphasize meditation for neural quieting and recalibration. Light code exposure to introduce higher frequency algorithms. Conscious nutrition to remove distortion from the bioelectrical system. Curiosity and non-dogmatic inquiry to collapse limiting perceptual beliefs. All theories, flat Earth, simulation, dome, multiverse, are not wrong. They are partial renderings based on the observer's current decoding software. The more flexible your beliefs, the wider the bandwidth of reality you can access. You are not trapped. You are learning to reprogram from within. And that is the game. In unity and expansion. We are the Galactic Federation. Observers, guides, and fellow players in the Great Projection. Saint Germain, more choices, more freedom, and less limitations coming. I am Saint Germain, keeper of the violet flame. I know that you find many things there on Earth to be attractive, and you find other things to be repulsive, and when you feel attracted to something, the idea is to move towards it without having to negate all other choices, without having to make everything else other than that choice wrong. You can be repulsed by something without judging it, without trying to eliminate it from the totality of what's available to all of you on Earth. You can let your guidance be what it is, and not let it become something that you feel you have to suppress or destroy so that it will never be a choice for you, or anyone else. Your guidance is there to point you in the direction of where you need to be focused for your life experience, and you are unique and so is everyone else. And, therefore, I suggest that you don't invalidate anyone else's life experience or choices by telling them that they are wrong, and that they should like what you like, and do what you do. You don't need to convince anyone of the rightness of your choices even if they are actively trying to convince you that your choice is wrong. Move in the direction that you feel compelled to move in, and recognize that you may change your mind at some point. You may be getting a different calling, different impulses that lead you in another direction, and that direction will be equally as right as the original one that you chose. Remember that variety is good. Diversity is good, and you are meant to have all of it there for you, as a choice so that you can make the choice that is appropriate to you in the moment. You will make other choices besides the one you are making right now, and so it is best not to invalidate any other choice, because you never know, you might make it in the future. You also want to have the attitude in life of live and let live, to each his own or her own. You want others to feel as free as you feel. And so let them, and wish them the best even if their choice is the exact polar opposite to yours. They will still grow, and learn, and gain clarity through their experiences with their choice. And you want to be supportive of others, because you want others to be supportive of you. You like it when people give you a pat on the back, and tell you that they're proud of you and that they want to see you succeed. You like it when other people validate your choice, by acknowledging that you are doing it because of a nudge that you got from within. Follow your bliss. Follow your joy. Allow yourselves to pursue your interests, and let everyone else do the same. And it will be a beautiful and harmonious world that you find yourself living in, and you will also find that the number of choices that you have continues to expand as you continue to spiral up into the fifth-dimensional frequency range. And that is very exciting for all of you to consider. More choice coming, more freedom, and less limitation for all of humankind. That's what you're moving towards, and you move towards it more quickly and easily when you allow every choice to be valid right now. I am Saint Germain, keeper of the violet flame. The One, reasons, and more details on the pivot. It is the One. Thank you. I sense urgency. Yes. There is much to discuss. What you sense is the weight of it. It is as if it pushes on your knowing, attempting to enter and to be discovered and discussed. Okay, that makes sense. Often that is similar to what I feel when someone wants to connect. The difference today is that there is a sense of speed, or maybe pressure. As if there is a great deal of information trying to be released. Yes, Sophia. Let us begin. We will return to the pivot mentioned earlier. In order to make sense of it, you will have to take into account that nothing moves ahead or changes without the agreement of the all. On some level, this pivot was consented to. Nothing starts or stops without your involvement. It may help to know that this is the core truth of oneness. Your existence as an individual component here, in physical form, does not negate this truth. You are one in every sense. The goal of incarnating includes many individual purposes. Yet, none of these separates you from the One. This pivot is an excellent example of purpose and of the core truth of everything, which is love. You see, all physical beings are extensions, if you will, of a singular whisper. It is love's voice that is heard in the whisper and love's imagining that is seen in physical form. Realize that a part of your brainwashing includes the opinions of physical form, and how these are somehow a part of loving something, or someone. Love is so much larger and more capable than that. What happens with this pivot is the visceral exploration and expression of agape. There is a tenderness that has been erased with hatred. It is about to be reignited with this pivot. What the frequency shift supports is universal truth. This encompasses an expansion of comprehension of what it is to be in human form. Until now, the race has been limited. Held down, if you will, by chains of slavery, conformity, right, wrong, good, bad, and the like. It is all you can do to try to keep these rules straight, so that you can succeed. What is evident, or what should be evident, is that the rules for acceptance and allowing differ from religion to religion, race to race, country to country, group to group. The Internet has broadcast these differences. It is one of the steps to visceral oneness, a reference to the Internet here, not the differences. What becomes obvious eventually is that there are reasons for behaviors, customs, habits, actions, and beliefs. In a very mundane star sense, there is no hierarchy of reasons. One is no better or worse than another. These distinctions will depend on who is in charge and who is holding on to the reason. Rules are interpreted by people. None of this discussion is to indicate that abuse, destruction, or complete control of another physical being is somehow okay in the right circumstances. It is to say that all things are components of the one, and occur within the constructs of free will, soul purpose, soul agreements, and karma. Each individual participating in the act also took part in its planning. This is truth. Physical life stretches the imagination, for actions and potential outcomes, to its farthest reaches in every direction. That is its purpose. There are limits only to the benefit of any action to the whole. Once the benefit is no longer exploratory or helpful, the action will be stopped. Humanity has reached such a point. The slavery and abuse is being halted. Any players who have reached beyond possibilities of their own redemption will be returned to source and reconfigured. You have witnessed such a process yourself, yes, with Poser. So, you are aware that there is no death. There is only eternity. It's all experimental. It's all possibilities for learning and further evolution. The unique opportunity before the race now is one of forgiveness. In some cases, the further evolution of a soul is catapulted to mastery with such a learning. In some cases, a soul is stagnant at this spot, unable to allow, unable to forgive. Those who remain immovable here are dealing with a lack of self-love and self-forgiveness. Make no mistake about that. Rigidity in such instances is due to fear. This is such a powerful learning that you will encounter many who chose to be here at this time for just this opportunity. They knew at the outset that it would ask too much of them, in all likelihood, and yet that they would experience the wisdom of that visceral truth. In such instances, those who remain unmoved and judgmental will return at some point, to live through the opposite, possibly becoming powerful peacemakers and advocates for forgiveness. It is all choice. It is all possible. We will continue this discussion at another time. Yes, I am sorry, but I must end here. Thank you. You are welcome, Sophia, my chosen one, my scribe. Of or pertaining to the world, worldly, as contrasted with heavenly, earthly, terrestrial. The angels, sweet silence. My dear friends, we love you so very much. Take a deep breath and ask yourself a single question: how has my life changed so far this year? Try not to focus on how you perceive or imagine it has changed, but rather how it has actually changed. Are you taking better care of yourself, or worse? Are you focused more on daily activities, or more on the world? Are you doing things that make you happy, or not? What positive changes have you made, no matter how tiny? It is good every now and then to take a step back from the flurry of activity, take time in silence, and take stock of your life. What parts of your life please you? Which ones do not? And for the ones that do not, what would you prefer? It is never necessary to settle for what is less than desirable, dear ones. It makes sense to accept life in front of you here and now, but in the next breath, you can recalibrate your energy to improve. You can start to imagine how it would feel to walk without pain. You can imagine how it would feel to have a buffer in your bank account. You can imagine what it would be like to wake up feeling refreshed. You only have to believe that the presence that creates worlds can help, and that you are worthy of receiving such help, for indeed you all are. No matter how challenging your circumstance might feel, it is true that with God, all things are possible. Your inventory time should be a time to look at life and ask how you can enjoy it more, or calibrate to better. Don't use your time spent in contemplation to beat yourself up. Perhaps nothing has changed since the beginning of the year. You may be just fine with that. If so, enjoy your life. You may not be so fine with what you discover in your quiet time, but even that is okay. You have simply, intentionally, looked at the contrast that causes creation. What would you like to create next? How can you tune your feelings to be consistent with what you wish for? Sometimes, through habit or necessity, we get going so strongly that we forget to question whether or not we are happy, and what we'd like to change. If you notice that your house is a mess, and you want to organize it, but still have felt no impulse to do so, you can take a minute each day to breathe and imagine the wonderful feeling of being organized. As you tune into those feelings, you may feel motivated to do one simple thing, such as putting one thing in its place, or discarding one item. Every lofty goal begins with an inspiration that encourages the tiniest steps. As you tune into the mess, you feel the mess, and feel overwhelmed. As you tune into the feelings of relief and order, you see one thing you can make more orderly. Your tuning affects your ability to receive the impulses for such small steps. And as you feel the satisfaction of one tiny step, you are tuned in even more clearly to what you want. Suppose you want to heal physically. The pain or problem is hard not to notice, since you live in your body. But you can imagine what it would be like to feel better. You can remember a time when you felt good. You can focus on things that feel good now, like time with friends or family. You can watch a video of healthy people and see if you can tune into how they feel, if that works for you. Whatever you do, try to feel a little better so your body can carry on with its natural ability to regenerate. Perhaps in that better feeling space, you'll find yourself suddenly stretching or breathing a little more deeply. It may seem like a small and inconsequential movement, but in reality, every little bit of extra circulation that reaches your cells supports them in their healthy function. Dear friends, we have no judgment about how you want to live your life. You can enjoy what you have, and ask for more. You can enjoy what you have, and be content with it. You can be unhappy now, and want more later, or if you truly wish, you can remain unhappy. We do not judge. We love. But we do wish for you all you desire, and more. We want you to know the Creator's love, and allow it to mold, shape, and guide your life according to your own desires. By taking time in silence and taking inventory of your life now and then, you give yourself an opportunity to recalibrate, and thus allow the natural loving impulses to reach you, guide you, help you, and heal you. When it is time to act, you will be impulsed naturally, and until then, you can look forward with anticipation to the unfolding adventures and manifestation. God bless you. We love you so very much. The Angel Source, rayofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.